If you want to feel nostalgic playing arcade games or indulge in a modern virtual reality experience, you can do both at the Game Changers exhibit in downtown Vancouver. Dini Grigar runs the Creative Media and Digital Culture program at WSU, and she is one of the driving forces behind Game Changers.
This space, Nouspace Gallery, Inks Gallery, is where we host shows 5 times a year to integrate our program into downtown Vancouver and provide a space for our students to network with the community and to showcase international work or important work that everybody needs to see.
WSU student Kate Palermini is assistant curator for the show.
Game Changers is a show about the innovations in video games. There have been shows about art in video games, but we really wanted to focus on the innovations that have come out of video games, not only for the video games themselves, but also for the technology innovations that move over into business and health and other things like that.
One of the sponsors of the event is Garage Games, a local company that makes game development tools, educational games, and a curriculum to teach high school students how to make their own games.
Yeah, I think we're trying to help play a role in anything we can. There's a pretty small tech scene in Vancouver, but it's growing a lot. So little events like this, I think, help to grow that and create kind of a tech scene.
President of the CREDC, Mike Bomar, thinks the exhibit fits in the city's efforts to grow the tech industry in the region.
Yeah, we're hopeful. I think a big part of what we do is just make connections in the community, and one of the great connectors is video games, and being able to bring people in just for the cool factor or just maybe some nostalgia of looking at some of these classic games and how their applications have gone on to help in business and in research and development. But a lot of it's just getting the same people in the room talking about something that they're both interested in, and then maybe looking at that as a way to foster future business relationships or opportunities between companies, or if there's a certain service or application that can be provided across sectors, making those connections as well.
Garage Games only recently made the move to Vancouver from Las Vegas. After 10 months, Eric Price still thinks it was a good choice.
There's a lot of favorable things about being over here. We thought it was a more family-friendly environment. We attract a lot of senior developers, experienced developers that have families, and they just the quality of life that they get out of the area has been the thing that they talk about. They're really happy with the schools and for their kids. And then from a business perspective, we're fairly agnostic to location. I mean, most of what we do is virtual and online, so we could probably be just about anywhere and run the companies.
Well, businesses will find this is a great place to be because it's so welcoming to business. It's a very good place for people to live, so it's not just for businesses but for families. We have better schools than anywhere in this area. We have excellent facilities in downtown. You can actually talk to the mayor in our town, run into him at Java House. Things get done here.
Other than being family-friendly, Vancouver's location is a selling point as well.
Our goal is to use our geographic location as an advantage to draw both from what is a vibrant Portland gaming and tech environment, and also the legacy environment and growing sectors in Seattle and the Puget Sound region. So it takes a lot of energy to draw from both of those places, but we really do see Southwest Washington as being in a great position to do both of those things.
Being close to Portland gives us affordances of Portland. Being close to Seattle gives us affordances of Seattle. But we're far enough away from Seattle where we can develop our own identity. We're far enough, we got a river between us and Portland. Sometimes that river is a big wall where we can really build our own identity here. So I think it's optimal, in the location that we're at currently.
And I think it also helps. There's kind of an overflow in Portland. There's kind of a lack of space, and people are seeking out other areas to move into. So I think we're seeing interest towards the area grow.
Mike Bomar confirms this growing interest and says we can expect to see more tech companies come to Vancouver.
There are specific prospects, and some very large prospects, both in expansion and recruitment. And unfortunately, I can't get into too much detail on any of those things, but we're very encouraged. I think there's a lot of momentum from other successes that we've had in the region, and our public partners are building a good reputation for being friendly for business. And really, I think one of the greatest strengths that we have is the ability just to sit down a CEO with another CEO who's already here and just say, hey, you guys, we're going to close the door. You have a discussion about what it's like to do business in Clark County. And we're very confident that our existing businesses are being served well and are really pleased to have the opportunity to make those connections and have those candid conversations from business owner to business owner.
As we anticipate the growth in our local tech industry, don't forget there is still time to visit the Game Changers exhibit, so go take a look and play some video games.